Cause wait a goddamn minute. Why am I so late to the party? Why didn't I know about Aaron Pierre? That's Mufasa. And Teyana Taylor. Baby, what? Oh, you're gonna love me. That shit looks so divine. It's almost look like they was made for each other. Them motherfucking pictures like they supposed to be in an art museum. Like that shit looks so fucking French kiss. I am here for it. I am here for it. That gotta be the reason why Lori was like, nah, I'm cool on him. Because you know Lori is not turning down no new bank, baby. She would've ate it up real quick. Oh, I'm just here for it. They look so damn good together. Like,
the room was packed, but the only sound you could hear was the soft hum of cameras clicking and recording. Teyana Taylor was seated in the middle of the stage, microphone in hand, her voice trembling slightly. It wasn't just nerves. It was something deeper, something broken. She was supposed to be there to talk about growth, healing, empowerment, all the usual buzzwords they attach to these types of wellness events. But within minutes, it was clear that this wasn't going to be a polished, press-ready moment. It was something else, something raw. "Y'all think you know my life," she said, her eyes scanning the crowd, barely holding back tears. "But y'all really don't." And just like that, the internet exploded. The moment went viral before she even finished the panel. Clips started flooding X, TikTok, and Instagram. Some showed her trying to keep her voice steady. Others captured the moment she broke down completely and had to take a deep breath just to hold herself together. The comments were flying. Is she talking about Aaron? Was it all fake? Why does this feel like a confession? But to understand the weight behind her words, you have to rewind. It all started months ago when Teyana Taylor was spotted leaving a private dinner in downtown LA with British actor Aaron Pierre. At first, it seemed innocent, just two artists sharing space. But fans weren't buying it. They noticed the hand placements, the way Aaron looked at her when he thought the cameras weren't watching. Then came the red carpet event where the two posed just close enough to spark rumors, but far enough apart to keep deniability. The blogs ate it up. New couple alert. Teyana moves on with rising star? Then came the matching social media posts. Nothing too obvious, just mutual likes, similar quotes about energy, trust, and rebirth. Suddenly, people were rooting for them. It was a soft launch, subtle, mysterious, and completely captivating. The public fell hard and fast. Memes, edits, fan accounts. Everyone was obsessed with the idea of Teyana finding peace after her dramatic split from Amon Shumpert. And Aaron? He was just the right mix of low-key and charming to make the story feel believable. But then, just as quickly as it started, things got weird. A few weeks before the Wellness Summit, Teyana unfollowed Aaron on Instagram. Fans noticed immediately. Screenshots were posted within minutes. Then, just as fast, she followed him back. But the damage was done. People started looking closer. And that's when things started to unravel. Aaron was seen out in New York, walking hand in hand with a young actress who definitely wasn't Teyana. The photos were blurry, but the energy was clear. Cozy. Familiar. Definitely not platonic. When questioned about it by paparazzi, Aaron didn't say a word, just smiled and walked off. It was a bad look, and it only got worse. Days later, a leaked email thread surfaced, allegedly from someone inside a major PR firm. The thread detailed a proposed image-rebuilding strategy involving Teyana and Aaron as a fake couple. The purpose? To distract the media from her ongoing divorce mess and create a new narrative centered on growth, softness, and new love. The email outlined scheduled appearances, planned soft launches, and even suggested quote ideas for their captions. It read like a script, and when the public compared it to what they had already seen from the two, the puzzle pieces clicked in a way that felt almost too perfect. So naturally, the backlash came fast. Fans felt betrayed. They had invested in the idea of a real love story, a healing arc, a fresh start. Instead, it felt like they had been played. And in the middle of all this noise, Teyana said nothing. No tweet, no story, not even a like or a shady repost. Just silence. That silence stretched for days. And that's what made her appearance at the summit so intense. People were expecting her to dodge the drama, smile through it. But she didn't. She cracked. In front of cameras. In front of strangers. And for a split second, the image shattered. During the panel, someone asked a soft question. How do you stay centered when people create false narratives about you? Teyana didn't answer right away. She stared off for a moment, biting her lip. Then she exhaled. I don't, she finally said. I try, but I don't. And when people lie on your name and the world believes it, you start to question your own worth. The room got quiet. Real quiet. No phones moved. Even the moderators looked frozen. People think I'm always strong, always in control. But I'm not. I break, too. And then she broke. Tears filled her eyes, and her voice cracked. I never needed a man to fix my image. I was just trying to survive the mess I didn't create. That clip of Teyana's breakdown? It went viral in seconds. Literally everywhere you looked, it was there. Celebrities jumped on social media, reposting the video with praying hands emojis, sending waves of support her way. The hashtag Let Teyana Heal started trending within hours, uniting fans from all corners who suddenly saw her in a new light. Even those who had doubted her just a week before, throwing shade or calling it a stunt, were now swallowing their skepticism and showing sympathy. Because for the first time, it wasn't a polished press release or a calculated statement. It felt raw, real, and heartbreakingly human. Teyana was finally speaking from the heart, and people were listening. Meanwhile, Aaron remained eerily silent. No denials, no clarifications, no public statements whatsoever. His last Instagram post was a moody, grainy photo of a deserted beach, the kind of post designed to be mysterious but safe, captioned simply, "Silence speaks when words can't." Predictably, he shut off comments. No room for questions, no backlash allowed. Behind the scenes, whispers started swirling. Aaron had abruptly pulled out of a high-profile interview scheduled to address the drama. His team reportedly panicked, calling the backlash too messy to manage, and decided to keep him out of the spotlight for now. But what nobody outside the inner circle knew, or at least wasn't talking about, was that this mess wasn't just about a fake relationship or public spectacle. According to a close, anonymous source connected to Teyana, the real problem wasn't Aaron himself. It was what Aaron knew. The source claimed the two had indeed grown close, more than the public realized. But somewhere along the way, Teyana confided in Aaron about something deeply personal. Something painful and private she hadn't shared with anyone else or put on social media. And when everything blew up, she feared that secret might be next on the chopping block, potentially exposed by someone who once had her trust. That's why some fans believe Teyana's emotional breakdown was about way more than just a manufactured romance. It was about betrayal, the gut-wrenching kind that cuts deeper than any headline. It was about loss, heartbreak, and the gut fear that your own pain might be weaponized against you in a fight you never wanted to fight. Theories ran wild online. Some speculated Aaron held some kind of dirt on her, something powerful enough to keep her trapped in silence for so long. Others thought Aaron himself was blindsided, completely unaware of the emotional storm brewing beneath the surface. And a handful believed the relationship might have been real at the start, something genuine that, once the cameras caught on, quickly spiraled into a PR nightmare neither of them could control. No matter which theory you buy, one thing is clear. This story is far messier and far more human than anyone ever expected. And the drama is just getting started. One thing was crystal clear. Teyana had been carrying a crushing weight on her shoulders for far too long. Between navigating the emotional wreckage of her recent divorce, the non-stop demands of motherhood, the relentless pressure to always look flawless and unbothered in front of the cameras, and now this explosive drama, something inside her had to give. And it did, spectacularly. Then came the bombshell twist everyone wasn't ready for. A leaked voice memo from someone allegedly close to her inner circle hit the internet like a thunderclap. In the audio, a woman's voice, calm yet filled with undeniable emotion, said, "She didn't fake anything. She just tried to survive it." People think everything is a game until it's your heart on the line. That clip slammed into the public consciousness hard. It made everyone pause and rethink the entire narrative that had been swirling around Teyana. What if this wasn't all about spinning an image or staging a scandal for attention? What if Teyana had confided too much in someone, laid bare a side of herself she never wanted broadcast to the world? What if the whole thing wasn't some elaborate scheme, but a desperate shield, a way for her to protect herself from everything else crumbling around her? So, what exactly is she hiding? The truth might be simpler than the wildest rumors, or maybe it's something far too raw and painful to neatly package for public consumption. Maybe she loved someone deeply, and that love shattered. Maybe she trusted someone who betrayed her in the worst possible way. Maybe her breakdown was less about guilt and more about grief, about the unbearable pain of losing not just a relationship, but a sense of safety and stability. Maybe, above all, she just wanted to feel safe again, and the world, instead of offering sanctuary, turned her life into a spectacle. Whatever the truth, the fallout is undeniable and fierce. And in this storm of accusations and rumors, the silence from Teyana speaks louder than any carefully crafted statement ever could. It's raw. It's real. It's the kind of silence that cuts through the noise and leaves a lasting impact. We want to hear from you. What do you really think? Was the romance fake from the start, or did it simply collapse under the crushing pressure of public scrutiny? Did Teyana break down from guilt, or was it pure grief? And where was Aaron in all this? Should he have spoken up to clear the air, or did silence serve him better? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Gossip Spill for all the exclusive updates you won't find on mainstream blogs. Because this story, it's far from over, and trust us, you won't want to miss what happens next.